On today's episode, we're going to talk about letting your past go and taking your power back. Matter of fact, I think Teddy P once had a song that went like this. I guess I better let it go. And that's what we're talking about today. Letting your past go. Let go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Before we get started, make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to this awesome and amazing channel, because I got to make sure you're good in every area of life, every aspect of life. I just got to make sure you're attractive in every aspect of life, because that's what we do. We work on the total you. So if you try to get finer and you want everything to look the same, no contradictions, yeah, you're in the right place. Now let's talk about your life homework. If I have permission to step on your toes, put the shoe emoji in the comment section. If I have permission to step on your toes, because again, yeah, I'm going to offend you. Yeah, I'm going to make you think. Yeah, I'm going to pull that Band-Aid off because that's what I'm supposed to do. Again, I coach you. Now let's talk about it. Your life homework today is this. Stop giving power away to your past. Stop giving power away to your past. You can't move forward because you're always looking backwards. Because you don't understand what he did to me. Okay, cool. There ain't nothing new up under the sun, so if it happened to you, it's probably didn't happen to a whole bunch of folks, but it's all about how you handle things. How do you handle it? When you met with adversity, do you just put your thumb in your mouth and you whine and you complain and you bitch and you moan? What do you do? What do you do? Or do you say, you know what? I'm going to look at this as an answer to my prayer, because again, every time you want something, there's always going to be some battles and some tests that's going to accompany everything you want. Sometimes you got to look at it as, okay, this is part of my process. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm not going to whine. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to meet this thing head on, and I'm going to win. That's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look at it. I know folks in their 30s, 40s, and 50s who are still hurt and bothered by stuff that happened when they were kids, or when they were in college, or when they got let go from a job 20, 30 years ago, or when they got divorced, things didn't work out, and they're still hanging on to that. Let me give you something good. There's a reason why your windshield in your car is bigger than your rear view mirror. There's a reason for that. Because your focus should be on what's in front of you, not what's going on behind you. You got to keep moving forward. Most importantly, you got to take your power back from your past. See, when you're always leaning into your past and you always bothered and your face all crinkled up because you thinking about stuff that happened 20, 30, 40 years ago, again, that thing has power over you. It's time for you to take your power back. It's time for you to take your peace and your joy back. You can't be happy because you always reflecting on stuff that you can't change. Let's focus on stuff you can change. That's the beautiful thing about your future. If you sit down long enough, if you play it long enough, guess what? You can script out the rest of your life based upon what you want it to look like. Now, when you have some bumps in the road, yeah. But again, I'd much rather conjure up an image of what I want to be versus living out something I'm not. Feel me on that. There's a difference. There's a difference. That's why you got to be the architect of your life. Again, that's the beautiful thing about free will. God gives you the ability to change stuff that you don't like currently. You hear me say it all the time, your current condition in your permanent position. You got to understand that. You got to accept that. Now, here's the other piece, and this is really why I'm going to step on your toes real hard, because I know this to be true for a lot of folks. A lot of people don't want to let go of the past because it takes away their excuses. What happens when you can't blame mom and daddy no more? What happens when you can't blame that baby daddy anymore? What happens? Oh, you got to look at you. You got to look at you. That's why if you look at a lot of folks, especially the deflection people who just deflect everything, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody got some deflection folks in their life. Those are the people that never take responsibility, never take accountability for anything. It's always somebody else's fault. Okay, again, those people will always be victims, and nothing happens that's good for victims. Because again, you're always the victim. These folks just didn't become victims. They've been victims all their lives. They're the damsels in distress. They're the people who cry and lie all at the same time. But that's not you. But again, first of all, you got to take your power back. Second of all, you got to start looking in the mirror and being like, okay, well, I have held on to this thing too long. Because one of the things that I like to do with my bricks, with my ladies in my group, anytime they have situations like this, I'll put an age on it and I'll put a grade on it. Like for instance, okay, say a person has been hanging on to stuff for 20 years. That would put you as a junior, senior in college. So the things that you've been fussing about and feeling bad about is now about to graduate college. That lets you know you've been hanging on way too long. We're going to let some stuff go. If you agree, put in the comments, I'm going to let it go, coach. All of the stuff that I should have just buried away and just put rest in peace on. Sometimes you got to put a tombstone on your issue. It just tell it to just rest in peace. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. That's not a part of my life no more. That was then, this is now. Again, sometimes you just got to be at certain things to do and just be like, okay, it's time to let that go. I've been hanging on way too long. Again, we're focused on your forward, not looking back in your past. Past is done. The future is now. It's all on you, what you're going to do with it. And let me leave you with this also, before I go. Sometimes you got to change the framing of how you see your stuff too. Everything is working for your good, including the things that you're still bothered by. It made you. It developed you. If you honestly believe that everything is working for your good, even the piece of your past that you still feel sour about, that contributed to who you are today. When they told you you'd never be nothing, that contributed to you. That made you better. That made you better. Again, everything, not some things, not 33 and a third % of, no, all things are working for your good. So change your lens, change how you view your past, because again, in some ways it benefited you. Okay? So change your framing, change your lens. Okay? So if you got me, say I got you, coach, in the comment section. Again, we're going to take our power back. We're going to look forward, not backwards. And again, we're going to level up our look and we're going to level up our lives. We're going to make every phase and every facet of self attractive. Okay? We're working on the total you. So, again, love y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Let's continue to dominate. Let's continue to be great. Let's not be satisfied, because, again, your next level you is waiting on you. So, love y'all. And, again, make sure you put 7 in the comments to get yourself a free week of my online workout program. And, yeah, let's get ready to dominate and be great. Love y'all. Be good. I'm gone.